Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading will be the mid-monthly reading for the month of November 2018. For the mid-monthly, I do 2 3-card spreads. Okay, so one is focusing on the area of career and finance. For that, I use the Gilded Tarot deck by Sierra Marchetti, and I also pull an additional oracle card from the Life Purpose Oracle card deck by Doreen. The other spread is focusing on love, relationships, and I use the Wheel of the Year Tarot deck by Los Scarbeo, and I also pull an additional oracle card from the Romance Angels deck by Doreen Virtue. If I need to clarify anything, I have my Zillich Tarot deck to clarify. But, do remember, like I usually say, these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate with you. The only way to get a truly personalized reading would be to order a private reading from me. If you're interested in doing that, all of the information can be found in the description box below this video. I also encourage you to watch not just your sun sign video, but also your moon and rising sign, right? Some months, the messages in one video might not resonate as well. Maybe they will, in the other, or by listening to all 3 of them together, you get a more complete overview of what's coming up for you at this midpoint in the month. All right, I will stop for now, and I will see each of the signs in 1 second for the reading. Hi, Cancer. Hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your mid-monthly reading. As you can see, I have already laid the spread, really to save a little bit of time. So let's jump into it. We have, starting off with your career and finance part of the reading. In the past position, you have the 9 of Wands, followed by the 2 of Pentacles. The outbound energy for the month, the 7 of Pentacles. And the card from the bottom of the deck, the overall energy for the last 2 weeks of the month, you have the 6 of Wands. And from the Life Purpose deck, you have family. Loving your friends and family is central to your life's purpose. So starting off with the 9 of Wands, this is, we typically think of it as a defensive card. You can see the man is actually, it's like he's resting here, but it also looks like he's kind of crouched down and, in this very sort of defensive looking pose. And looking over your reading, you have 2 Wands, 2 Pentacles. So for a career and finance reading, definite focus on your finances, your career this month. Also with all minor arcanas in this part of the reading, it suggests that things are very much in your control, right? When we have mostly minor arcanas in a reading, it shows that, it's you in control of what's going on this week. When we have, or over the next couple of weeks, when we have mainly major arcanas, that shows that, there's divine orchestration at play. So things more out of your hands and the universe sort of stepping in and pushing things forward, right? Moving things along. So with this 9 of Wands sitting in the past position, you could have been going through this, the situation in the recent past. Most of you would have already worked through this, where you're feeling just kind of overwhelmed. The 9 of Wands, the suit of Wands, it deals with the day-to-day matters in life, has to do with the work that we do. It's also our own drive, determination, and ambition and passion for the work that we do, for the creative projects that we and endeavors that we do, that we put our energies into. And the 9, if we think of the major arcana number 9, which is the Hermit. The Hermit, what does the Hermit do? The Hermit retreats. The Hermit kind of goes within in order to figure things out, in order to find, to find that spiritual kind of whatever it is that he's looking for. But there's a need to retreat, rethink, regroup. And so there could, you could have, again, already gone through this, and maybe something didn't work out quite the way that you were expecting. It's also, sometimes with the 9 of Wands, when it comes out, there's like one last obstacle that you have to, get over, one last hurdle you have to jump over before completing something, because it's nearly the Ten of Wands, right? And the Ten of Wands, tens in the Tarot, they talk about endings, right? They're endings to a particular cycle. Here, it's like you're nearly there, but sometimes it's like you can, you're just seeing that the light at the end of the tunnel, but then something else comes up, and there's like one last thing you have to do. If you're applying for, a house loan, it's like everything seems to have been approved, and then all of a sudden they ask for, additional documentation, or, an additional month's worth of invoices or something, statements. It's that type of thing. It's not that it's not going to work out, because you have the Six of Wands as the overall energy that's very positive, success is at hand, but it's like you have to kind of keep your guard up, and you're moving forward, but very cautiously, right? Kind of expecting the worst almost, or thinking, or at least being prepared for whatever might come up. Now you have it sitting in the present, the Two of Pentacles, which is a card of, much like you can see here, the man is juggling, right? He's juggling the 2 coins. So sometimes when the Two of Pentacles comes out, there might be this sort of juggling of your finances, juggling different areas of your life, juggling your home life with your career. It's that type of energy. And the main guidance with the Two of Pentacles is really to kind of go with the flow. Whatever else they throw at you, whatever other obstacle might come up, just, take it in your stride, go with the flow. You will get it, you will achieve, you will succeed. So just be open and willing to, to kind of juggle as you move forward. There's also, there could be, as a cautionary message, don't overdo things, especially with this Nine of Wands. That sometimes comes out when there's, you've been working, this being overworked, taking on too much, right? And then again with the Two of Pentacles, things being out of balance. So just do be careful if you have been, kind of burning the candle at both ends. Be careful to take some time out for yourself as well. But you have as the outbound energy the Seven of Pentacles, which is, it's a card of well, you can see that the woman here, look at her, she has all of the pentacles on the tree, right? So obviously she's, she has planted the tree, she's taken good care of it, the tree has grown a lot, and now it's actually, it has fruit. So she's actually starting to see, the fruit of her labor. So with this card, many times it comes out when you've reached like a certain goal, right? Maybe you've completed a project, and that's like she's taking this step back and looking, kind of surveying what she's achieved so far. And she might be thinking, okay, so, I finished this one project, or maybe I've been at this company for however long, and I've put in all of the effort. What am I getting back in return? Am I getting the salary that I want? Am I in the position that I really want to be in? So it's that type of, she feels good about what she has achieved, but she's also, assessing her investment to kind of see if it really meets her, matches her expectations, okay? So this could be you, just, again, we have this retreating and thinking here. We have the possibly, juggling. And with this juggling Two of Pentacles, it might be because, money has been a little bit difficult. So you have been juggling your finances, right? Because the money wasn't enough. So this could be you here, really looking at your position and saying, I've been doing whatever it is that you've been doing for however long. Am I happy? Is this bringing me the results that I really want? If I continue at this, working in this company, or continue doing what I'm doing, am I ultimately going to reach whatever my end goal is? And obviously that's going to be a different end goal for everybody watching. Obviously not everybody has the same end goal. But there's success. I mean, the Six of Wands is a card of great success. It's the warrior, he's coming back from battle. He's been successful. So this is him standing out from the crowd. He's receiving the accolades and recognition that he's wanted. So, this could be you, as you head towards the end of the month, you really, standing out, receiving some type of congratulations for your actions or for a job well done, right? Receiving some type of accolades. There could be celebration here. So there could be some type of progress. This could be, a promotion coming in, or, or you, whatever this is that you're deciding or, weighing up. The Two of Pentacles can also have to do with a choice, right? Weighing things up, putting things kind of on the scale and deciding, is this really worth it? If I do this, I might get paid more, but then I'm going to have less time with my family. It's that type of weighing everything up. Whatever it is that you do decide, there's success at hand. Let's take a look at let me find the guidebook. Your oracle card is family. And this card says, let me just find it here. You drew this card to remind you that your life purpose begins at home. You serve an important function through your relationships with the members of your family. This includes the prayers you say on their behalf, the kindness you bestow, and the compassion you have for their actions. This card is also indicative of some forgiveness work that will benefit everyone concerned. You can start the process simply by holding the intention to clear the energy with your loved ones. You already know the people whom you need to forgive, as your first thoughts on this subject were your indicators. A life purpose doesn't necessarily mean a wage-paying career. It's a scope of experience in which you devote yourself to developing your ability to fully love. For most people, relationships with family are grist for the mill in terms of learning to rise above ego challenges. As you focus upon your loved one's inner beauty, you begin to see it within yourself and all of life. Today, say prayers for the health and happiness of every family member and notice your inner responses to these blessings. You will experience newfound peace, which will benefit you in countless ways. So interesting. Yeah, so that could be. You could be weighing things up, but whatever it is that you decide, and if it is, something that, like a decision that is going to free up some time, that's going to give you more time with your family, I think that, it's all saying, yes, go ahead with it, right? There'll be success. There will be victory with the Six of Wands. Now, shifting gears to your relationship reading, you have in the past position the Two of Chalices. It's followed by the Three of Chalices. Oh, you have the same card. This has been happening. A lot of the signs this month, because I don't, like when I pull them, I sort of lay them down and then I just start the video. But a lot of the signs have been having repeating cards even in like the same position in both readings. So you have the Seven of Pentacles as your outbound energy in the first reading, and it appears again in the second reading. But it's interesting. I'll talk a little bit about the way that she's portrayed in this particular deck. And then you have as the overall energy, the Star card. This is Major Arcana number 17, which is wish fulfillment, right? This is all of your dreams coming true. So can't get much better than that, right? And then you have your Romance Angels card is reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Before, obviously this won't resonate with everybody. Before, those of you who don't want anybody from your past coming back, don't worry. Just take what resonates from the reading. Maybe for you this month, just the first part of the reading will resonate, or maybe parts of the second reading, but not the Romance Angels card. That's fine. Just take whatever works, take what resonates and just discard the rest. The rest of the messages were obviously not meant for you. They were meant for, other people listening to the video. So the Two of Cups followed by the Three of Cups. These are beautiful cards. I mean, you have, the Suit of Cups deals with our emotions, our feelings. It's our relationships. It's also how our emotions affect our behaviors, how they affect our relationships, how they move us through life. And the Two of Cups is the minor arcana version of the Lover's card. So it's the soulmate card. It's a very deep, soulmate connection with another individual. Now, yes, as I've mentioned before in my readings, the soulmate connection, it can most definitely be romantic in nature, right? A very strong sort of twin flame soulmate connection. It doesn't have to be though, right? Soulmates appear in our lives in many different forms. Some of them stay with us, for many years. Others kind of come into our lives, serve their purpose, or we serve our purpose, and then they leave. They can appear as friends, they can be mentors, they can be colleagues. But these are usually soul contracts that we enter into before we, incarnate into this lifetime. So, there's past, karmic ties to these people, and for whatever reason we need to come back together. Sometimes it's for healing, other times it's to teach them a lesson or for us to learn a lesson. But it's always a very strong, very deep connection, like that instant sort of knowing when you meet that person. So you have this in the past position. So for some of you, you might have already met this individual. You might already be in a relationship with this individual. For others, this could be, depending on when you hear the message, this could be coming in for you, right? So you might not have, even though this sits in the past position, depending on when you hear the video, this might still be coming up for you, right? And it's followed by a celebration card. And, the Three of Cups, threes in the tarot they're very expansive energies, right? They have to do with opportunities and expansion and things growing. And particularly, the Three of Cups deals with celebrations. And you can see in this particular deck, it shows there's actually a bird hatching here from the egg. And so it can speak of, a significant celebration, such as news of a pregnancy, news of the birth of a child. It's called the happy event in this particular deck. So, there could be, for some of you, this coming together. There could be a celebration that has to do with an engagement. It can be a wedding, can be, birth of a child, pregnancy. But it's a very happy card. It's about getting together with our friends, with our family, our loved ones, and really enjoying celebrating the moment with those people. And with it coming after this, beautiful love card here, which definitely, it has to do with beginning of a new relationship, this falling in love, the mutual understanding and love triumphing, followed by this beautiful celebration. And then again, the Seven of Pentacles. But, each, like I often mention in my readings, the energies of the cards, stay the same, but each tarot deck does have, a different language that it uses, the images on the card, sort of the energies, the messages that come through based on, that particular interpretation of the seven, in this case, the Seven of Pentacles. And you can see that in this particular deck, the woman, yes, she's, she is reaping the rewards here. She is definitely seeing the fruit or reaping the fruit of her hard labor, but she's also pregnant in this particular deck. So once again, this message coming through, if this isn't you, there could be somebody, around you who might be finding out that they're pregnant at this time, might already be pregnant, might be giving birth to, to a child more towards the end of the month. But it's a beautiful energy, and it's with the stars. It's major arcana as the overall energy for the last 2 weeks. I mean, this is just all about wish fulfillment. It's it's a brand new future. It's abundance. It's things going the way that you always wanted them to, that you always wished that they would. The Star card is also a card of healing, which is interesting with the Reconciliation card coming out. It can speak of healing, whether this is yourself, you healing emotionally, physically, spiritually. Sometimes this card comes out when you're healing from like a surgery, or you're healing after a difficult relationship or breakup or time, in your life. It's also a card that tells us to, remain positive, keep the faith. It's not enough to just, make a wish and send the wish out into the universe. We also have to have the faith, believe that, our prayers will be answered. The wish will be granted. So there's this deep, very deep, positive, faith and belief here also attached to the star card. So again, going back to the reading, for some of you, that could be a healing, so a reconciliation, coming back together with somebody that somebody from your past. For others, that could be wish fulfillment in the form of a pregnancy or news of a pregnancy, birth of a child. But however you look at it, it's very beautiful and it's very positive. And there's healing, and there's a lot of love, and there's a lot of celebration. There's also, this kind of continued growth. Although, remember, I was saying with the Seven of Pentacles, there can be where you're sort of looking and saying, okay, I've put this much time and effort and hard work into this particular relationship or healing this relationship. What am I getting back from it? Is the other person also putting in as much as I am? It's that type of message as well can come through with the Seven of Pentacles. As far as signs go, I was trying to think here. We have the Cups, so water energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. We also have Pentacles, so earth energy. That would be Leo, sorry, long day. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The star is linked with Aquarius. So, a couple of different signs here that might be, who you are involved with, or who might be coming in, or this could be somebody coming back. Let's take a look at the reconciliation card. So this one says, here. This card indicates that an ex-lover may be re-entering your life. The first person you think of is likely who it will be. The purpose of this reconciliation is to achieve healing and closure with respect to your past. And we have the healing card here, right? You will understand more about yourself and see your relationship patterns more clearly. You will also take responsibility for the role you played in the relationship's drama, which will free you from the tyranny of unforgiveness. Reconciliations are ultimately about taking care of unfinished business. This card could also possibly mean making peace with a family member or friend. Each relationship is a sacred learning experience, so be open to this reunion's lessons and blessings. Ultimately, all healings help your love life and every other part of your world. So very upbeat, uplifting, very positive messages for both readings, but especially here for your relationship reading. So I do hope that the messages have helped you. I thank you for joining me today. I look forward to reading for you again. And just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful rest of November. Bye for now.